Hello and good afternoon from St. Gallen, Switzerland. We are here to bring you coverage of the Gruyere AOP European Curling Championships 2017. St. Gallen, situated in the northeast part of Switzerland. It's home to the Abbey of St. Gall and some beautiful architecture. But all the action is going to be brought to you from the Ice Sports Centre here, and it is women's round 4. So the team's just preparing to take to the ice, and I'm Ken Edwards and I'm joined by Rona Howie, 2002 Olympic gold medalist. So let's take a look at Team Russia. Nureska Eshek at lead, Alexander Reva at second, Margarita Fomina at third, and the skip, Anna Sidorova. So, Marlene Albrecht at lead for Switzerland, Esther Lynch-Wanderer at second, Manuela Siegrist at third, and the skip, Silvana Terenzoni. So let's take a look at the standings going into these fourth round matches. We can see Italy, Switzerland and Sweden topping the table. Hungary and Scotland with 2 wins. Czech Republic and Turkey with that single win on the board. As we see Denmark, Germany and Russia somewhat surprisingly sitting bottom of the table. Elsewhere, the matchups: Hungary versus Turkey. Sweden take on Germany. Our feature match between Russia and Switzerland. Scotland face Italy, and the Czech Republic face the winless Denmark. So as we get underway, it will be Russia playing the red stone, Switzerland the yellow. Russia with that last stone advantage. So Switzerland will get us underway. And Rona, for the first time in this game, what do you expect from the Russians coming into this, having not managed to pick up a win yet?
Yeah, Russia have had 3 very close games, but not managed to convert into wins. So I would hope they'll try something different today to really put the pressure onto Switzerland. They're desperate for that win on the board. I think early on in the game, Russia will just play the game they know. They settle into the game and see how Switzerland play against them.
So Nureska Eshek for Russia, back in the lineup. Took a seat on the bench yesterday. Just playing the takeout on that yellow. Russian curling is certainly in a good spot right now. It's not just Anna Sidorova that can compete at a European and world level. Yes,
absolutely. She didn't represent Russia at last year's European Championships in Braehead. However, Anna Sidorova's team have won gold medals in the past. 3 years they've won a gold medal at the European Championships, so it's great there's so many teams being able to compete from Russia. She doesn't have it all her own way. So interestingly, once the stone moved away from the centre and out to the wing, Russia decided to put up their corner guard. So you will see Switzerland just trying to clear it. Manages to do that successfully.
So Alexander Reva for Russia. This is her 4th European Curling Championships. Did win gold in 2015. Picked up silver in 2014. So here we see the rules of play. 6 ends minimum, 38 minutes thinking time, and 1 60-second timeout.
So Switzerland just keeping things clear. They hit and roll into the house with that one to lie 2. And both these teams, Kenny, will be representing their country at the upcoming Olympic Winter Games in Pyeongchang. So it'll be a good test to see how this game fares.
Yeah, that's something that's most of the teams are here in the A division will be representing their countries at the Olympics.
And they are used to playing each other on tour events and European events throughout the year. But it's always that bit different when it's a major championship and medals are at stake. Manuela Siegrist, 3rd player for Switzerland, 27-year-old. Just drawing to the other side of the house to lie 2. Plays that nicely. So 3rd player for Russia, Margarita Fomina, 29 years of age. A lot of experience on the international scene. Sweepers held that well. So it's important here for Switzerland to hit and stay in the house to keep the pressure on to Russia. Russia have that other counter that's lying 3rd shot at the moment. Sweeping this one hard to hold the line and manage that.
Yeah, so Switzerland sitting 2, but Russia, you wouldn't expect them to be too concerned yet, Rona. Still a long way to go in this end.
Yeah, they're going to try for this double here, but even if they just hit and roll over towards the other stone at the moment, just bumped it a wee bit, so it was a kind of in between just a hit and roll or lifting the double. So again, Switzerland need to just really hit this one on the nose to lie 2. So the Swiss skip, Silvana Tirinzoni, 38 years of age. She's looking just to hit this on the nose and lie 2. Yeah, perfect shot.
Yeah, here's Anna Sidorova, 26-year-old full-time curler. Need to hit and stay with this one. Wow, they overswept that one.
Yeah, they did. She looked a bit puzzled at that, maybe thought it was going to draw more. So Switzerland can now remove this red counter and lie 2, force Russia to take their one.
Подваливать начал в конце. Нет, вес-то хороший, наверное, для двойного.
Может, он вообще ничего не валяет?
А?
Sweeping this hard to try and hold it on the nose.
Yeah, they're going to roll right across. Wow. Have they left an opportunity for Anna Sidorova to pick up 2? Rolled them really close together. So, Anna Sidorova sitting top of the money standings on the World Curling Tour this season, and so Silvana Tirinzoni down 17th on that money list. So coming into this, you'd expect that Anna Sidorova would have been the favourite.
Absolutely, and she's certainly got a lot more experience at a European Championship. So last stone of the first end. Opportunity here for Russia to pick up 2. Sweeping hard. Oh, unlucky.
Hits the pocket.
Still a score of 1.
Yep. So, let's see the replay. You just see this one doesn't quite catch enough of the one on the left. Red rolls through, and it's just a single point for Russia. So after one end, it's Russia 1, Switzerland 0. Underway in the second end. Russia leading 1-0. Russia playing the red stones. Switzerland the yellow. And Russia were looking for that one top of the forefoot.
So Switzerland just putting up the corner guard.
Länge ist gut. Bis zum Gras. Gut so. Schön. Komm, Marlin.
Yeah, so Russia just going to guard this one on the 12 foot. Really just looking for this one on the centre line.
Yeah, that guard's quite a long guard, longer than they were hoping for, so.
Have they managed to get past the long guard? Well, they have. Nice takeout. So let's take a look at Scotland versus Italy. Scotland look as if they're already sitting one. And Skip Eve Muirhead with a chance to draw for two. Just needs to be in the 8 foot. Sweepers, Gray and Adams going coast to coast in this one, but just giving it a clean now. That drifts into the 8 foot, and it will be a score of 2. And the lead after the first end.
So Russia left with 2 guards in play. Switzerland just going to open this up. They've got last stone, so don't want the centre blocked up.
Well, that one just sneaked past the guard. But now Russia have found themselves creating a chance and allowing them to probably play the out-turn draw or the counter-clockwise turn. Down the right-hand side as we look at it. Yep, that's exactly what she's going to go for.
Здесь можешь подсаживаться пошире.
Working this one really hard, trying to get it past the guard. And the next one. This is looking good. Perfect draw around. You can see there that Switzerland can't see much of that red Russian stone. But played a softer weight, and a bad result wouldn't even be to split her own yellow guard in to play here.
Yeah, that's exactly what they've done.
Great result.
Margarita Fumina.
So just trying to hit this yellow counter and roll over. That's just about covered. A good effort. They can see probably half that stone, the top stone, so Manuela Siegrist has got the opportunity to lift both of these.
Wow. That was an uncharacteristic mistake from Sigfridsson. Siegrist.
Yep, so I think she'd kept her weight quite soft there, and it just took a curl they weren't expecting.
There's the Russian coach, Roger Schmidt.
So Russia now have the opportunity to capitalise on that error from Switzerland. They want to discard both these reds.
A really good stone placement by Russia.
Yep.
There's the Swiss coach, Jerry Adam.
Да-да, нам нравилось.
So can Manuela Siegrist make up for it? No, she can't. Just peels the single guard. So Asarova happy to be sitting too.
Yep, so she really needs to just replace that guard there where it was. It was in a good position.
Маленький ноль. Длинный не знаю.
Шестень! Начало!
Саш! Саш! Это дом пока! 10-8!
So more importantly, it's the line here than the weight. As long as the line's guarding those two stones, but she's looking a wee bit far in, it's giving Switzerland more of a target now.
Well, a little bit too far. Bit of a missed opportunity. Where would have been the perfect placement for that one, Rona?
Just really where their last stone was, as long as the line was covering those two reds in the house, and if it just stops short of the rings. So that really Switzerland were facing too guarded, whereas now she can really do damage in the house here.
Yeah, I don't think you can get all three moving.
She may be able to take two out and just rummel them about.
Well, good shot, to be honest.
It is, because she now lies second and third shot, and when she's got last stone, Russia need to be careful now. They can't just afford to guard that red again, but they also can't remove this yellow and leave a double takeout for Switzerland. So stone placement here is quite crucial for Russia.
See the running band on the underside of the stone there. Anna Sirova just cleaning, ensuring there's no debris on the underside, which may affect the travel or the path of the stone. Actually, just looking at that angle, I think she's done enough.
Yep, that's pretty good there. Doesn't leave an easy double for Switzerland, so Switzerland just have to remove this and stay to take their one. But a missed opportunity, I would say, at this end from Russia. They had the advantage and just failed to guard.
Just looking for this one on the nose to try and score a single point in the second end. That's what they do. So the game is now tied. It's Switzerland 1, Russia 1.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018. Your curling oasis awaits.
Third end of this Le Gruyere AOP European Curling Championships 2017. Fourth round matches with round robin stages. The game between Switzerland and Russia. I'm Kenny Edwards and I'm joined by 2002 Olympic champion Rona Howie. And who do you think will be the happiest of the two teams so far, Rona?
So far it's been a bit cagey in the first couple of ends. There's been mistakes on both sides. So it's just 1-1. Both teams, as I say, playing slightly cagey, but I think you'll see it step up a gear as the game moves on. Russia just tried to come round that centre guard put up by Switzerland, but he came up short and left another one, which is not the best place that you want to be when you do have last stone advantage.
Marlene Albrecht playing the out-turn draw around the guard. Just maybe slips about a foot too far.
Just gone back tee, which will allow Russia just that opportunity to come in and freeze. Just a fraction heavy and just rubs off the Swiss stone.
Esther Minch swanned it up. Second player for Switzerland just electing to just come up and rest against the red, I believe.
So it's just a half check in there. That's a lovely shot. And this is where now Russia really need to start clearing the front. They have got last stone, so they want to allow themselves an opportunity to get in.
Well, I believe Russia were going to open things up there.
Yeah, they were wanting to clear two of the guards, so they got a fortunate result that they did actually move one of the Swiss stones out the 4-foot.
So whereabouts are Switzerland electing to place this one, Rona?
They're trying to draw around the other side of the front guards and come into the top of the 4-foot, but they've come up a wee bit short as well. So that now gives Russia the opportunity to tap back their own red onto the yellow that's lying short and lie two. You can see there she can just about see the whole stone. She'll just come in at a tap back weight and raise the red onto the yellow.
Have they managed to get this one past?
Yes. Well swept, well held. So they now lie two and the pressure turns to Switzerland. This Russian team are hugely experienced at international level, Europeans, Worlds, Olympics. So They'll be very disappointed. They're still looking for their first win of this championship. So the pressure will be on them slightly here. So sweeper standing back. They want to hit and roll inside here.
Wow, again. Poor shot from Siegrist. As we take a look at the Czech Republic versus Denmark. And this is Skip Anna Kubaskova. Never gives too much away with her facial expressions. They managed to get this one down in. Oh, that's a great draw onto the button for the single point. They take the lead in that one. Hungary versus Turkey. And this is Polanska Dotra for Hungary trying to level the score. Sweepers just doing a little bit of work. And that one pulls up onto the button. So that one level on sheet A.
So Russia had just tried to come in and split their red to give some distance between them. So it would make it harder for Switzerland to remove the two. So she can't see the whole stone.
Have they managed to hold that red? No. So a few mistakes beginning to creep into this Swiss side. Not a good start for the third player.
Yeah, she struggled a wee bit in the first three ends, so it's really key for Russia to capitalise on these errors early on. So trying to draw another one round the guards here.
Need to get past the guard. Well, again, another missed opportunity.
Yeah, they really needed that one in the house when they've got last stone here. There's an opportunity to build that end up.
Silvana Trenzoni elected to play the cold draw on the in turn. Let's see what time the hog to hog gets on this one. Looking probably for around 14 to 14 and a half seconds. They didn't seem to panic on that one, did they, Runa?
They didn't. They had a good discussion while she was in the hack about with her sweepers about what weight to throw, and the sweeper certainly seemed happy when she played it. So it's maybe just a track that's not been played down yet and still a wee bit slower. So again, Russia now have this opportunity to get that second counter in. She's She's also got to be careful now. That yellow is very promotable for Switzerland.
Если ты сейчас очень хорошо привезешь сюда, ей не останется выбора. А если ты привезешь какой-нибудь открытый, она точно будет бить, ты же ее знаешь. Но мне, конечно, нравится рискнуть.
So asking our teammates to come up and help input into this call.
Whereabouts would you be placing this one, Rona?
I think she's got to draw another one round. She was looking, to be fair, either side you could come round, but I would come round that yellow guard of Switzerland that they've just played, because I think there's not an easy draw for Switzerland, so they're going to use that yellow to promote. So if you can get in behind that now, you'll hopefully still be able to score your two. Yep, I'd just like where the sea of calm is on the ice there.
Есть еще вариант просто привести сюда. Она на него вряд ли забьет.
Убьет. У нас
Да, скорее всего, тем более она только что делала такое же задание. Вы думаете, что даже если мы на край приезжаем открыто, нам будет толкать?
So you can see there the time clocks showing each team get 38 minutes of thinking time, and it's up to them how they allocate that time throughout the 10 ends.
Где еще он будет? Она может ловить ролл, может он будет ближе.
Да, привести нелегко.
Certainly a lot of thinking time being used here by the Russian team.
Может, все-таки сюда, если что, я посмотрю пониже.
They've got last stone, they have to bring this second counter into the house now.
Давай туда.
С этой стороны мы можем его, если мы хотим чуть-чуть вот сюда сделать.
Да.
Не, по крайней мере, 4 фута надо будет толкать.
Долго. Посмотри, подваливает в самом конце.
Нормально.
So they've chosen to come round the other side.
Что мы можем от нашего и сделать?
She's got to be careful she doesn't just nick off her own red stone here and leave a double take out.
Много чего делать с той стороны.
Просто везем к нашему флейсу.
Да, если будем понимать, что посильнее вес, тогда разотрем и за туда. За него.
So the very experienced Anna Sidorova finally made the decision to come round on that outturn side.
Зайти, 4-6.
Рит, сильновато!
Конец дома пока.
Саш, притянай, чтобы он хотел...
Sweepers are saying
Надо,
it's
чтоб толкнул.
a wee
Куда-нибудь
bit heavier than she was hoping for.
Подваливает. Конец 12. Свип, Стас! Свой, ниже.
Well, she actually got away with that just by nicking her own red and not leaving the double.
12-7.
So Switzerland could just hit the open one and say, okay, you draw for two. Or they can try and draw right round. Or tap up their yellow. So they've got some options here. Interestingly, she's just going to hit the open stone and should leave Russia a shot for two. She can't roll in for shot here. It's more of a damage limitation shot. So removes the Russian counter from play, and Anna Sidorova could just draw for two here.
Yeah, what is the thinking, Rona, of playing this?
Oh, she just played a draw with her last, and was a wee bit heavy, so she's maybe not too confident yet with her draw weight. No, she's changed her. Nah, she's definitely going to go for the tap back. The sweepers can hold it fairly straight down this line, so she's obviously more confident playing that shot than the draw. But didn't make it. So a missed opportunity there for Russia. So that's the first and third end. She's had opportunities for two and not taken them up.
Yeah, but it is Russia who lead though. Russia 2, Switzerland 1. This is the fourth end, and it's Russia who lead 2-1 over Switzerland. A few errors from either side. Marlene Albrecht, tournament accuracy of 84. Eshek for Russia, 81%.
So working that hard to get it closer to the rings. Still a good centre guard there.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at Sweden versus Germany. You see Anna Hasselberg needing to play a takeout to try and pick up two. So hits the first one into the second, pushes the yellow out the side door and scores a two. So a nice start for Team Sweden. They now lead 2-1 over Germany.
Switzerland just cleared off that guard, split it to the side, so Russia will try and replace it.
Alexander Reva, 84%. I'm just trying to encourage this one to curl a little bit more. A little bit deep, this one.
Yeah, just stopped short of the rings, but it gives Switzerland the opportunity to try and take the guard and the one in the rings. But they'd be quite happy here to take the top guard off and roll in to the house.
Okay.
Inch Wanderer for Switzerland, 87%. Got a lot of chasing in this one.
Wanted to roll right behind the corner really there, but has left a guard, which really favours Russia now. So wanting just to stop this short. Yep, that's a pretty good result there. That's what she was asked for. Because at some point, Kenny, that red's not far enough in. You know, Switzerland would be able to outdraw it later in the end. So I'm quite happy just to guard at the moment. Was wanting to raise that onto the red in the house, but it's a bit on the high side and split it off. So a good position for Russia. With the centre guard, they really want to just come right round that now onto the forefoot.
Yeah, there's quite a few errors in this opening few ends. Very difficult as you look at this to come down on the left-hand side of the sheet and get in behind, but very tight. Margarita Fominat, 85%. So just quite happy to be putting up another long guard. But I don't think that stone in the house is good enough to win the end, that you would want to double guard it at this stage. But I think because there are odd errors creeping in, they're now asking Switzerland the question here. Daniela Siegrist, 77%. Has got past. Will this hang around in behind the corner guard? Well, that's a little bit better. This has forced Russia to go after this.
Ideally, they want to roll off this into the centre behind the cover they've given.
Ah, superb shot from the third player.
Fantastic shot.
It really does turn the end in the favour of Russia. forcing Switzerland out wide. No real benefit from peeling the guards now. They need to go and chase that one. Can I get this one to move across the centre line? No, pushed it into the open.
Yep, and the lie short, so it means Russia have to make a play on it.
Ну ладно, давай, видишь. Но нам после 5-го энда нужно, чтобы у нас было 19,5, да. У нас еще все в пределах разумного.
The only saving grace for Switzerland in this end is everything's back tee.
Весом 11, я сказала. А, 11-5! 11-5! Не нравится? Один с пять! Оу! Внимание! Свип! Свип! Оу! Оу! Свип! Оу! Оу! Свип!
Well, does need to make a little bit of a roll. Could crash into the other red.
Давай, давай, давай! Нормально.
Okay.
Yeah, again, it's just that wee bit back tee that allows Switzerland to be able to come in and freeze on top.
11:37.
But it was a good result.
Уже решила.
Yeah.
Hinter vier!
Savannah Tiranzoni just going to try and come and rest against that red on the button.
Ein bisschen besser. Kannst gleich lang kommen, dann sind wir dort.
He's got a tournament accuracy of 85% so far. So up near the top of the skips.
Vorne vier, Thiele! Linie gut! Thiele! Wo?
Linie wäre gut.
Thiele! Wo, noch Länge!
Ziellinie!
Noch Länge!
The sweeper's quite happy with the weight of this.
Ja, Achtung! Marlen!
Mach den gut.
Ja! Go, go,
Pulling
go!
that in now on top.
Schön.
Ah, great shot.
Yeah, it really was superb.
Swiss fans enjoying that.
Ja.
And see again, beautifully brought in by the sweepers.
Da zwingt sie uns lieber auf einen.
Двойного тут нет. Сложно, но нет, есть. Вот так.
Well, a little bit surprised that they're electing to do this.
Чем меньше попадем, тем лучше.
I think the textbook call would be just to come down and follow that one.
Absolutely. You know, Switzerland have got last stone, so Russia should be just happy that they've forced her to take one. By playing this shot, she could lose a two.
Пробуем оттолкнуть его совсем. 12. 12, 11, 5, такое что-нибудь. Я думаю, там будет подваливаться.
Yeah, this is Fairly difficult shot. Wasn't the release you'd expect to see from Anna Sidorova either. Very soft. And this one's just going to be all over the guards. Never gave it a chance.
11-9.
Silvana Tirinzoni just with a straightforward draw for two. Same shot as her first.
Yeah, that was a strange call from Anna Sidorova. It wasn't a straightforward shot. And I think at that stage it would be quite happy to give up your one. But now, Silvana Tirinzoni has the opportunity to draw for two. So she knows the line, she knows the weight, she's just played it. Says same shot again.
So final stone of this fourth end. Switzerland with a chance to score two and take the lead. Already sitting one. The line and weight looks a little heavier on it.
It's heavier than her last one, but she can afford to spring a wee bit. Yeah, perfect. Oh, Swiss cowbells are ringing.
Yep, Swiss happy with that one. Poor call from Anna Sidorova has resulted in Switzerland now leading 3 shots to 2.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
Into this fifth end. Switzerland leading 3 points to 2. Now it's Russia's chance to play with the last stone advantage. And having last stone in each end really is a big advantage, isn't it, Rona?
Absolutely. You know, both stones there by the Swiss were really well played shots. They weren't easy through the gap in the guards. But that last stone advantage, when you get the opportunity to score multiples, you need to make it. And that's probably the difference so far. You know, Russia's had 2 opportunities with last stone to score 2 and hasn't taken either of them. And Switzerland took their chance when they had it.
Well, Russia going for the double, didn't quite make it. So as we take a look at Scotland versus Italy. Daniela Gaspari trailing by 5. Really not getting anything going against the Scots.
It's missing the red right now, Anna.
Drawing against a few.
Whoa, nie man.
Is this one going to pull up in time? It is, and it's going to be a single point. It's now Scotland 5, Italy 1. Also, Sweden taking on Germany. And Daniela Enchen trying to play a draw against what looks like 3 Swedish counters. How's this one looking? Swoopers backing off this one. Is there too much weight in this? Is this going to drift through? Sarah McManus sweeps it through. It's a steal of 3. And it's going to be a 5-1 lead as they go into the 5th. And Switzerland make the nice hit and roll. Didn't want to roll underneath that red stone.
Yeah, so Russia want to remove this and roll away so that their 2 stones aren't an easy target.
So it does make the yellow go away, but leaves the 2 reds sitting next to each other in that 1-foot circle. So pretty easy now for Switzerland to remove both of them.
Yeah, that's where she didn't really want to finish, to leave that easy target. And the corner guard's really a bit long to give them any security of drawing round it. Oh, just over curled for them, so rolled over the top, left Russia lying short.
Yeah, Siegrist just not at her best in this game.
Just catching things on the wrong side. And at this level, inches count, millimeters count. So here, stone placement, they're looking for this to be pretty level with their other Russian stone.
I haven't got much curl on this though.
No, not at all. So it does give Switzerland the opportunity just to even hit this, remove it from play, but roll over on top of the other red.
Have they made the double? Well, you'd have thought they'd maybe have been sweeping that one.
Yeah, they wanted a wee bit more of a roll just to go over on top of the red, so it'd be harder to remove.
Now Russia can just play the nose hit, and the double's relatively not playable.
Yep, good result there.
Yeah, Margarita Fominina, pretty steady player at third for Russia. Has a wealth of experience. First Europeans was back in 2008.
Казалось, по уму. Пристыковалась.
Schwierig aber. Ja. Mit dem Doppel rollen wir raus, gell? Ja. Normal? Ja, ist gut.
So Switzerland just having a discussion as to which one to
Normal.
play for here. They don't think the double's easy, so they're going for the one at the back, which isn't lying shot.
You're not surprised at this call, Luna?
I would have thought they would have tried to hit the one at the top of the 4 foot and roll over towards their own yellow, but sitting on top of that red, so it was harder for Russia, but it looks as though she's going to go for the back one here. So if she rolls, she's not going to be lying shot.
This one needs to move.
So it's more really damage limitation there than putting the pressure on the opposition.
Маленький на край сделать.
Yeah, so looking to play the takeout on this yellow. By doing this, what they will do is set up an opportunity to play a half-stone double.
Там привозить не так много, куда можно, и если вдруг не получается двойной, нам потом даже уже никак не обналиться. Ну как хотите. Маленький на тебя.
Yeah, really the best opportunity here for Russia would be to hit and just roll out to the wing a wee bit more away from their own stone.
Хорош.
Молодец.
Well, that's exactly what she's done. She's left a half-stone double.
Двойной.
She could have rolled further off that by sweeping it a wee bit earlier and just keeping out there to make the double harder, but give Switzerland the opportunity anyway.
Ja, is goed. Is goed. Mag maar goed.
So have they made the double? Sounds very close. Makes contact with the second one. Just caught it a little bit too thin.
Можно как я, если хочешь.
So for the
No,
third
там
time in the
раскаты,
game,
или в упор.
Russia have an opportunity to score a 2 with last stone. Oh, Silvana looked up to the heavens there. She knew it was so close, but yet so far.
That's the final stone of the 5th end. Anna Sidorova just needs to hit the paint to score an additional point, already sitting 1.
Just looking after it well.
Yeah, this time she makes it though. It's a score of 2. So it's Russia who lead into the break. It's Russia 4, Switzerland 3. First end, and Anna Sidorova with a chance to score 2, looking for a double takeout at the back of the 12. Makes contact with both of them, but rolls the shooting stone out. That's only a single point. Second end, Silvana Tiranzoni playing the takeout. This one comes down onto the nose to pick up the single. Fourth end. And Silvana Tiranzoni, with a great draw with her first onto the button, has a chance to draw another one in to score 2. Right in on top of the yellow, and score of 2 for Switzerland. But at the break, it's Russia who lead, 4 points to 3. So this is the game between Czech Republic and Denmark. And this is Anna Kubiskova. Looks like she's playing against a couple of Danish counters. And she managed to get down into the forefoot, looking to play the angled tap. This one looks like it will be a steal of 2 to Denmark. So it's Denmark who go into the break 3-1 ahead. Scotland, Italy. You see Daniela Gaspari. And this is Scotland's Eve Muirhead. Looking for a nose hit to pick up 2 and extend their lead. They go into the break 7-1 ahead. So really in command. So elsewhere, let's run through the results. It's Hungary, they trail Turkey 5-2. Sweden, they lead Germany 5-1. Our feature game, Russia 4-3 up on Switzerland. As we've seen, Scotland 7-1 ahead against Italy. And the Czech Republic trailing Denmark 3-1.
Давайте.
Что они у тебя все время хлопаются? Привет. Ja. Jenny? Pas met die nog.
So looking at the stats, It's Russia who are outplaying Switzerland, 86% to 79. No stolen points yet. No real big differences. The only big difference would be the hit percentages. Switzerland down at 71%, Russia at 83. Welcome back to the coverage from the Ligurier AOP European Curling Championships 2017 from St. Gallen in Switzerland. This is round robin game number 4. It's Russia versus Switzerland. And I'm Ken Edwards, and I'm joined by 2002 Olympic gold medalist Rona Howie. So just going back to the break, Rona, what do you think the coaches would have been saying to their teams at half-time?
Yeah, I think tactically wise, they'll be reviewing what has happened, but mainly they'll focus on what to do in the next 5 ends. There's only 5 ends left to play, so they'll be helping them, reiterating what are the correct tactics, when to put up guard, when to go for it, when to really put the pressure on. So we'll just be encouraging them to keep doing what they're doing, but probably sharpen up. There's been a few errors in the first half of the game from both sides, so I think you'll see both teams sharpen up a bit in the second half.
Malin Albrecht having a steady game at lead for Switzerland.
It's a lovely draw around.
As we said earlier, both these teams have qualified to represent their country at the Olympics. Was it a little bit of a surprise that Silvana Tirinzoni managed to pick up the win at the Olympic trials in Switzerland, Rona?
Yes and no. I think, you know, there's some very strong teams with Elena Patz and Bena Feltscher who have been very successful in the world level. But Silvana Tirinzoni and her team have had vast experience in Canada and have competed very well at slam events, so I don't think it was a surprise, but she hasn't got the experience of international events that the other teams in Switzerland have. So, you know, this is a good dry run for her here at the Europeans this week, and give them a few months to work on what they need to work on before the Olympics.
Lynch Wanderer, only at 70% for the game, 85% for the tournament. Wow.
Ooh, that was a very thin nick off the guard.
Half an inch more, you'd have thought they would have wriggled through and managed to drive the red out of play. But here you see it once more. Just finally caught the guard. No swooping though.
No, I don't know if they thought they were through okay. So Russia just trying to guard that gap now. That one's overcurled a wee bit as well, from where she wanted it. But I think Switzerland are going to probably go for the clearing on the guards now.
Конечно, для итальянки бы эта дырка была ничто вообще.
Это вам не дырка.
Ja, ich glaube auch, der geht schon noch mal. Aber jetzt. Jetzt müssen wir den Händel wechseln. Aber
So that centre guard is fairly long.
Ja, noch mal gleich lang, oder?
Ja. Du hast sie.
Well, did move both red stones. One of them went away. But we'll take a look at Sweden versus Germany. And once more, it is Daniela Jentsch facing 3 Swedish counters with her final rock. Was heavy with her draw in end 4. And this one is beginning to move. Needs to be past that top red. I don't think it's going to do it. Crashes into the top red, and it's going to be another steal of 3. So an 8-1 lead over Germany for Sweden.
So Margarita Famina, third player for Russia, having a great game at 90% today. She just wants to stop in the way to block the red stone in the house. She's done. Switzerland will just want to clear this away.
Yeah, peels the guard off. So, would you be tempted to throw another guard on this, sort of top 12, Rona?
Yeah, I think where the red stone is for Russia, it's right on the button, so it'd be hard for Switzerland to outdraw that. So I'd be tempted to keep a guard up and keep the pressure on Switzerland here. By playing this, they're letting Switzerland come into the head. So although she made the shot and they lie 2, Switzerland have now got a much easier open shot to play. If they put up another guard and forced, you know, Switzerland could have nosed it and brought it into the house and left Russia lying 2 guarded. So, you know, you've got to, it's that difference of playing the easier shot or putting the pressure on your opposition. It's what you leave your opposition that matters.
So yeah, both reds go away, but now a chance for Russia to get around that centre guard.
Because the red was biting the 1 foot before, so she's really got to get right in here onto the button, just top tee.
Да, был 0, и он приехал 27.
То, что я делала на 0 и 1, это было сильно для меня, да?
Ну да, в идеале куда?
8, да. 8-6.
Беленькая, в общем.
Anna Svidrova, only 70% in this game. Well below what we would expect to see from a skip of her caliber.
So I'm saying the line's good with this, it's just the weight. Needs to be right onto the 1 foot.
Well, they've left that one short. Don't think you'll manage to steal an end with a stone top of the 12 foot.
So it now gives Switzerland, though, the opportunity to come right round that and put the pressure onto Russia.
Okay, als je im vierten Round schon zweimal gespielt hast. Dass wir auch noch ein bisschen versteckt sind. Ja, voll. Ja, sobald wir am Vorderen vorbei sind, ziehe ich ihn rein. Gut, weißt du.
%75% for Silvana Tirinzoni. Again, below what the standard she has been playing. High line on this one.
Yeah, that's high line and high weight. Might just lie for short, just. So it means Russia have to make a play. They either draw around again, or they can come up to that and just tap it back to lie 2.
14-2.
Большое расстояние, она вытолкает, и у нее будет 2. И ее сейчас стоит ближе.
So you can see the sweepers there using their stopwatches to see what weight has been thrown. Come up and just tap this yellow back a couple of inches.
Yeah, it's a nice shot.
She hasn't tapped it back to lie 2, but does lie 1 and makes it very difficult for Switzerland to get a 2 here. So Russia will be happy with a force of 1.
Чуть поуже тя. Ну, как бы нормально отпускаешь, не мягко. Все равно немножко так это хочется взять.
Final stone of this 6th end for Switzerland and Silvana Tirinzoni. No real risk. Does have a little bit of backing at the back 8 foot. Just keeping this one clean. As we'll come down to the face of the red. And it is a single point for Switzerland. And the game will be tied at Russia 4, Switzerland 4. So next door, we can see that Scotland have picked up the win over Italy, only completing 6 ends. Really dominant performance for Scotland.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
So this is the 7th end, and Switzerland playing yellow rocks, Russia in the red. What will the strategy be in this 7th end, Rona, for both sides?
Well, I think Switzerland don't have last stone, so they would like to force Russia to take their win here, or steal. But Russia want to try and build, you know, the ends that they have had last stone. Russia have had the opportunities, they've managed to build up multiples, but just not managed to take all opportunities. So I think, you know, Russia will keep going and trying to build that momentum and get a 2.
Yeah, so one of the other games that has finished early, and that is the game between Sweden and Germany. Sweden 8-2 winners after 6 ends, so Sweden really going well in these championships and topping the table at the moment. They look very hard to beat.
So the Russian sweepers held that well. Because that one was biting the rings, they're allowed to remove it from play. They still have 2 guards that they can use later on in the end. Switzerland will just try and keep this as clean as possible. So hit and roll out there now gives Russia the opportunity to utilise this corner guard.
Alexander Reva for Russia.
Just communicating weight in line there. And it looks pretty good. It's just maybe going a couple of inches further back than they would have liked, because it now allows Switzerland the opportunity just to come in and freeze on top.
Sie sind noch. Gut, keine Linie. Okay. Slow. Kommt runter.
This one looking a little bit high for line, Rona. Needs to come a long way to get anything of that red in the house.
Yep, but I think it's going to go sailing past.
Okay.
So that was a mistake there from the Swiss side.
So here's what's happening elsewhere. Turkey 7-5 up on Hungary. Game finished between Sweden and Germany 8-2. They won. Italy 8-1 winners over Italy. Scotland 8-1 winners over Italy. And Czech Republic trailed Denmark 3-2.
Давай пошире.
Там, наверное, так же идет, но там вообще
В
много
конце
белого.
может подсаживаться.
А сколько сейчас?
Одна, поэтому...
I'm surprised that Russia have chosen to draw to the same place here.
I'm actually not surprised, Rona. I think I might be tempted to do the same thing myself.
Oh no, wait,
No.
she's changed her mind. She's drawing to the other side.
By doing this, though, where do you peel the guard? If you have a stone either side of the house.
Oh no, I agree with that. I would have come round that centre guard.
Plays it well, though. Gets good
She does.
separation, gets some level.
Perfect.
It's a very aggressive call.
Because I think with that one there, it's important it is still just biting. You can see it just biting the white there, whereas if Switzerland come in here and, you know, freeze on top of the stone, they'll hardly lie short. Whereas if Russia had gone wider out, then it would have been easier for Switzerland. But it looks as though they've got a wide line here again.
This one a little heavy.
Second shot though.
No, second shot. So yeah. Yeah, so the only really stone that can hurt Russia would have been that centre guard. But that's a nice hit and roll.
Yep, so, you know, Russia, great position. They have last stone. They're lying 3.
Hinten dran spielen, nicht? Ich hätte, also mein erster Call wäre der Freeze hinten dran da gewesen. Dann nützt es nichts. Okay.
So I think at this stage, Switzerland are looking for a very good freeze. Or they can hit the open one in the wing and roll over.
Normal! Ja, ist gut.
Daniela Siegrist for Switzerland looking for the hit and roll. Makes the double and sits short in behind.
That got the Swiss fans woken up and a wee bit cheering going on. Yeah, it was a good call there, and well judged to take the 2. Russia still have the opportunity to lie 2 now.
Нет.
Кир, надо что-то сделать, надо завалить.
But this is looking
Пока нет.
a bit high at the moment.
Big mistake. Way too much weight on that one from Fominat.
Плохой вес, мне кажется. Скок короткий.
43.
Didn't give it a chance.
So hinter ist nichts. Würde schon glauben, oder? Weil der kommt sie immer. Ja.
So here we see it once again. Just maybe popped that one out to a high line. Also that with a little bit too much weight.
Yeah, she was just asked to tap it back, so she was really a wee bit heavy as well. So Switzerland will just come in and freeze against that red Russian stone to lie 2. Switzerland have the opportunity here to really put pressure on. Russia were lying 3 at this end, and how an end can turn from one shot.
Have they got the weight to get in for second shot? No, they haven't. So a let off for Russia. Very poor shot execution.
Yeah, it's disappointing, the errors that are popping in. 2 very experienced teams. They're disappointed. You can see their faces that, you know, they know they should be making these shots. So I think you'll see Anna Sidorova play a little less weight than her third player did.
Нет, только Кира.
Well, this one also pretty heavy.
That's a much better line this time. Good shot, lies 2.
11-4.
So does Switzerland play the freeze or do they just play the straight takeout?
Yep, that's what they're deciding right now.
So while they decide, we'll take a look at the game between Czech Republic and Denmark. And this is Madeleine Dupont, leading by 1. Trying to pick up the single point in the 7th and extend their lead to 2. Hits this one right on the nose, rolls to the forefoot, and that score is now Denmark 4, Czech Republic 2.
Kannst noch ein bisschen mehr geben?
So Switzerland have decided just to play the same shot as Russia, just to tap back and lie 1. So it was well played, but now gives Russia the opportunity. To follow that down and tap it back.
So Anna Sidorova, final stone of the 7th end. Straightforward tap back for 2.
Свип! О, свип! О, о!
Просто легко, легко,
О!
просто легко.
О, свип!
You know the line down here.
Хорошо.
This one looks pretty nice. Sweepers not too worried about this one. On to the nose, and it will be a score of 2. And they now lead over Switzerland 6-4.
11:68.
Eshek for Russia gets this 8th end. 4th draw underway. A superb placement of a stone by a lead. How crucial is it for your lead to be so good and accurate with the stone placement, Rona?
Yeah, it's really important nowadays that the leads, they're dictating how the end will transpire, and really their placement of stones will make the difference whether you get that multiple score with the hammer or you're trying to force. So, you know, there's 2 perfect lead stones, top of the button and then your corner guard. So there you see the difference in the stats for the leads. Marlon Albrecht for Switzerland at 95%, which is pretty good for a lead. That's what you want. So that guard's probably just a fraction shorter than they were hoping for. And a wee bit closer. So the longer the guard, the easier it is for the opposition to draw around.
Yeah, I think they're just trying to nudge this one to the back of the forefoot. Didn't quite manage to push it behind the tee. Alexander Riva.
Ой, он на чем-то едет, девочки, девочки, он на чем-то едет.
Это будет гол! И он наехал, смотри!
Давайте дотрите все равно.
3 есть, если что!
Свип, Кира, свип, Кира, свип. Свип. Давай.
That's come up way short. She'd asked to half check the yellow there.
В руке ехать уже.
Yeah, very strange place for that stone to end up.
Yeah, really Russia wanted that one in the house as a second counter.
Ich habe gedacht, mit Heck. Findest du gut? Ich kann auch Bord. Nein. Ich glaube, das Heck gut.
Weißt du, wenn er zu viel Geld, wenn er uns macht,
ja.
ist man einfach beide.
Ja, das ist gut. Da habe ich doch den Tyler gespielt, der ist fast an der gleichen Stelle. Den Tyler habe ich da gespielt, das ist gut sein.
Müssen wir Bord kommen. Ja. Wir sind dort tief.
Schon, aber sonst macht sie natürlich hinten schon.
Wie lange? Der Heck, der ihn geteilt hat, der ist fast gleich, sie einfach vorne 12. Ja.
So just having a wee debate there whether to come round at a hack weight and just tap the Redstone back, or whether to peel the guard, but they feel that they can see enough of this to just come round and tap back.
Baseball! Lenny, gut! Baseball!
Wow!
Nein.
Ja!
Wow.
Ja, Manu, jetzt!
Nehmen.
Echt! Sehen? Go! Noch ein.
Clips the red. Is it going to stay? It is.
So took it off shot position but didn't remove it from play.
As we take a look at the matchup between Turkey and Hungary. This is Ditsa Yidzil, the skip. Looking like there was a shot for 8 there. And pushed it through, but looks like it's going to be a handful. Yep, it's a big score. And there's the handshake. A great win for Turkey. And they will have 2 wins on the board now. 12-5 winners over Hungary. Certainly think if it was a shot for 8, I probably would have taken it on, Rona.
It would be tempting. So Russia tried to draw in there and were just a bit heavy. So left Switzerland lying short. But Switzerland have elected just to again tap this red back and roll off to the side.
You see the stats for Alexander Reva at 95. Esther Ninschwanderer. Not having her best game.
Yeah, she's played that one well.
Margarita Fuminat
Sweep! Sweep!
had a poor 7th end, but Russia managed to pick up 2. Certainly got past these guards. It's all about the weight now.
Just wants to sit on top and not rub off it.
That really did sit down very fast. Maybe just grabbed something at the end there. Didn't move the yellow at all. Looked as if it was certainly back T-weight. So there's the stats, evenly matched at mid-80s for the thirds. another poor shot, I think, Rona. Just didn't quite call that one correct.
It's given Russia now the opportunity to get both of these yellows away from the 4-foot.
1-5. Сюда не вариант, да? Здесь наш.
They were obviously there just trying to tap back, just to try and leave a plant with yellow onto red and split their own yellow back. But
1-5. Здесь уже несколько раз кинули, аккуратно. Да, да. Может 5. Может даже поменьше.
Switzerland are 2 down, so really want to build this end to get a couple of shots.
Нет.
Оу!
Вообще. Нет.
Кира!
There's not a lot of communication going on here, so this tells me this may be a little bit wide. Well, rather fortunate with that one.
Yeah, that wasn't where she wanted to hit that one. Gives Switzerland now the opportunity to draw another one right into the 4-foot here behind cover.
Really important the second shot with this one.
T-line. T-line. Alles steht. Ja. Was sind hinten 8.
It's looking quite speedy at the moment though.
Oh yeah, the sweepers are well back off this one.
Yep, yep.
Having a wry smile. So Russia have got this opportunity again to try and draw around behind cover and can lie short.
You can see that there might be a gap to that red, but you're only just going to push it back onto the yellow on the tee line or to the yellows that are in the 8-foot.
Because Switzerland have got second, third, oh sorry, first, third, fourth and fifth shot. So Russia need to be careful they don't split their own red out. So no, the draw round here into the 4-foot is the perfect shot.
Yes.
Wasn't the most positive release from Anna Sadova.
The sweepers are working this one really hard to get it past the guard.
No, I'll just leave that one sitting there.
Yeah. It's better there than heavy, but yeah, it was just a bit light in weight.
Yeah, there's the fourth player's comparisons. 75 for Anna and Silvana down at 71. Just a couple of missed opportunities for both these skips.
Yeah, they've both had chances today and just not capitalising at the right time.
Ja, ich glaube, wir müssen da.
Ich glaube schon, ja. Ich glaube auch. Dass wenn sie den Roundback wird auch.
So Switzerland have called their timeout.
Ich würde auch sagen.
Da.
And
Ja, gar nicht den Shot spielen.
Jerry Adam will make his way down
Ich fand es besser, wenn man
onto
zweimal würde.
the ice.
Yeah.
Let's see if we can get 3 that way. Place a good one. Either turn whichever way you like there.
Just that's a short round
So-
back, but yeah.
Yeah, but it's dangerous if she ever hits it onto this one. We get a whole bunch of them. I think you got to just get in there for your second point.
Like-
Make sure
I think so too.
make the 2 in place there.
Goed
If she
aan.
makes a mistake, we get a whole bunch.
Like here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
just
that would be
by-
If she
perfect.
hits it when you're still
5 to
short,
4.
you can
Ja.
Ja, die Autorin ist da. Ja.
Ja. Ja.
Stimmt. Okay, Bisse 4, gell? Ja.
Bisse 4, ja.
So, da läuft's gut, ja.
So the call was to play the in-turn or clockwise rotation down the right-hand side of the sheet as we look at it. And just catch a piece of that red 4-foot area at the top of the shot to sit 2 yellow counters. As we see the time clocks, both teams with enough time in their hands.
Linie ist nicht schlags, aber mir.
Nein, die hat er. Fest, Linie. Zielline, hier.
This one looking very tight for line. Sneaks past. Is it going to hang around in the 4? Well, drifts back of the tee. Just a couple of feet too far.
Yeah, it was a really good effort there. Line was lovely and just a pound heavy. But it has gone back to E, so now can give Russia the opportunity to freeze this.
Yeah, just picking up on the last few stones, Rona. The stones have been travelling pretty fast and just slowing down pretty quick.
Yeah, but it looks as though that centre line, just with towards the end of the game with all the sweeping, it starts fudging a bit and the stones just dig in that wee bit quicker.
And the terminology fudging, what does that mean, Rona?
Just means really the ice is getting a wee bit stickier because the brushes have been sweeping a lot down that line, so the stone just starts to dig in quicker.
This one's high for line. Well, pure shot execution there from Anna Sidorova, and from nothing Switzerland have a chance to draw for 3.
Yeah, Anna Sidorova could have afforded even to be a wee bit short there and lay second shot. So they're just struggling that wee bit with their weight today. They're not getting the precision draw weight that we've seen for the rest of the week so far.
The line on this one looks really nice. That's a great scrub by the sweepers there.
Yeah, really good. 2 great draws there from the Swiss skip.
Yeah, so a score of 3. They now lead 7-6 heading into the 9th.
Never before in the history of the World Men's Curling Championship has the stage been so spectacular and the backdrop so electric. A never-before opportunity to watch the best of the best on ice and soak up everything else you love about Las Vegas, including the first ever 9-day pool party. Reserve your place in history now at LasVegasCurling.rocks. Las Vegas 2018, your curling oasis awaits.
Ninth end, Switzerland with the lead. over Russia. This game really going back and forward. And just all it takes is for one of these teams to grab the game by the scruff of the neck and they can walk off with a win. Big score of 3 in the 8th.
So you can see Switzerland have put that one short. They want to try and force Russia to take one here. Whereas Russia will have other ideas. They'll either want to blank or take a couple.
Ding is gut, können wir nicht. Gib noch breit. Manu, ja.
Eigentlich okay, gut. Fest. Nehmen. Fest, komm.
Noch klein.
Schön, Marvin.
Electing to play the draw around on the out turn. Will Russia chase it? Looks like they will.
Yes, I think they will.
Давай вес 12, если мы зацепим гард и разведем, не страшно. 11-5-12. Свип, 11! Свип, 8! Да,
So sweepers onto this one. This is going to overcurl and catch the face of the yellow. And is it removed from play? Does it touch the barrier? I think it does. So thus playing the 4 rock free guard zone. It will be replaced because you cannot take it out of play.
Ich habe das Gefühl, es ist noch 2 cm weiter ran. Ja.
Anna Sidorova thinking, what have I got to do? She's still not got a win on the board. 3 losses in a row for a very experienced skip. Gold medalist twice at the European Championships. She won't be used to this position.
Yeah, and Russia last year picking up the gold medal at the Europeans. Masayeva. So Russian curling has got a few teams that could challenge Anna for the national spot.
Also ich glaube, den könnten wir easy von außen nehmen.
Ja, komm, das ist doch blöd da. Mach mal den.
Ich würde
den 4 Fuß. Gut. Glaubst du richtig? Das ist wirklich blöd zum Regnen.
That 3 at the last end has just given the Swiss team a wee bit of a boost and more positive body language going up and down the ice.
Yeah, I was just going to pick up on that, Rona. The Swiss just seem as it have their tails up now.
Yep, definitely. This game is not over, there's only 1 in it on the scoreboard. So they were trying to come round that, but they've caught the guard as well.
What could be the reasoning for these shots just not coming off, Rona?
So I think the ice can change throughout the 10 ends. It's a long time that there's a lot of sweeping happening, which takes the pebble off the ice. And the ice can change, and a good team will pick up on it very quickly and know how to play it. you've always got to be prepared for that ice changing 3/4 of the way through the game. That's a lovely hit and roll from Russia there. And that's why the players are all using stopwatches on a regular basis, timing all the shots. And also looking what line and what track you're on the ice, because certain parts of the ice have more hammering, if you like, from sweeping than others. So the ice can be very tracky with fast bits and slower bits.
Well, makes the run back, pushes the yellow out to the back 12. So over on sheet E, Czech Republic 3, Denmark 4. Denmark already sitting 1. Madeleine Dupont trying to draw for a second. Denmark looking to pick up their first win. They sit 0-3 at the moment. And is this one going to drift on through? Maybe hang on at the back 12. Is it going to be 2? I think it is. So a score of 2 for Denmark. 6-3 now. Score in that one.
Got a nice roll from that one with her shooter, jammed on the back one, but she is lying short guarded right now. So Russia have to make a play on this.
Well, does make the double on the yellows, catches it completely the wrong side, but gets there a desired result. You see it, they were trying to catch it on the right hand side. Caught it on the left. Both yellows go out of play.
So Russia obviously quite happy just to try to probably blank this end, because they don't think they're going to score 2 or more. Otherwise, with that last one, she would probably have drawn round to try and put the pressure on.
Would you ever be tempted to take the split on with this one, Rona?
Yeah, definitely. It's close enough to the rings. And you're opening up the centre, so... And as we said earlier, they're just struggling that wee bit today with the line, getting that line right, even with the simple shots. So...
Well, your theory's backed up there, Rona. Can't even make a draw round that corner guard. Just getting caught out by the ice, I think. You see, only 2 games left. Czech Republic versus Denmark and Russia versus Switzerland. Tiranzoni.
So this is now giving Switzerland the opportunity to draw around the guard, because they would be delighted to force Russia to draw for 1 at this end.
Tucked that in really nice. Again, maybe just slipped about a foot too far.
Yeah, but on today's ice, that foot too far is still gaining you points. And this is where at this level of curling, you know, it's a team that gets on top of the ice conditions. It's the same for both teams. And you'll often hear teams saying, oh, the ice got slower or the ice got quicker, or, you know, it's how quickly you as a team get on top of that is going to help you win the game. So Anna Sidorova really has to take this opportunity, have this one being back tee and freeze it perfectly.
Yeah, they're looking for something around 14.
This one is drawing. Just caught the top guard.
Would you say that's down to release and the delivery, that these stones are just maybe over curling a little bit?
Yeah, and I think it's having that positive weight. You've got to play the stone rather than use your sweepers to pull it, because it's just dying quicker. You know, she was just probably a pound light of weight there, and it took the draw quicker. The sweepers just weren't able to hold it. And you can see the disappointment in her face there. She knows that's a missed opportunity. So, opportunity for Switzerland to really pile the pressure on if they hit and roll here.
Yeah, if they could hit, just maybe check a stone's width to the right. Wow. Big trouble. Well, make the hit. Is this one going to hang around in the rings? It is. But you've got to think, skip of Anna Sidorova's caliber should be able to make this relatively simple shot.
She has just played it, so she should know the line, she should know the weight she needs. Her line certainly looks better this time. Will be dependent if the weight can hold it up there.
Got the top one
again, but she may just get away with it.
Wow, gets lucky. That's enough to score the single point. So after 9, it's Russia 7, Switzerland 7.
Ближний. Слышала? Нет, не слышала ближний.
Саш, ближний. Лучше Саш. Пятый, шестой. Пятый.
Ближе.
Садится очень.
Давайте пятый хотя бы. Пятый
Well, all square coming home in the 10th end, Kenny. I think that's a fair reflection of the game so far for the first 9 ends.
Сам. Хорош.
Yeah, I think so, Rona. And then you see the scoreboard. The real talking point would be that score of 3 in the 8th end.
Yep. Good. With backline. Backline.
Switzerland electing to play the tick shot. This one looks very close. Oh, that is a great shot.
Ah, fantastic shot. Marlon Albrecht has had a really good game, and that just finishes it off for her at the 10th end.
So up to the centre guard again for Russia.
Noch T-Line hinten ab. Ja, hinten 4. T-Line. Manu, the shooter.
Wow, that's exactly what Leeds get paid for.
Ja, voll.
Two fantastic shots by the Swiss lead. All Switzerland are looking for here is that centre of the house open to enable them to play their last stone.
Дальний ведем. Воу. 4,5.
So Russia just have to keep putting up the guards and hoping for an error from the Swiss side. Because now the first 4 stones have been played, so when the free guard zone doesn't apply, they're able to peel the guard away. And that perfectly.
Такой же?
Нет, это даже посильнее.
Точно посильнее? Да. Давайте параллельно тогда вот туда.
Мне кажется, он сам.
О, реально
Мне
сам,
кажется,
реально
сам.
So Switzerland just continuing to clear off all the guards.
Yeah, things looking very nice for Russia. Oh, sorry, Switzerland. Russia really struggling. A little surprised they're calling this as tight, Runa.
Yeah, that guard needed to be a bit longer because they could jam it onto any of those 4 stones that are at either side. So I think she had wanted it slightly shorter, but just it ran on.
All it would take is one mistake, though. So hits and runs. Keeps that 4-foot area open.
And Russia have decided to call for a timeout.
So if you're Switzerland and you are Silvana Tirinzoni, what are you preparing yourself for in your mind right now?
Right now is a skip. The centre is wide open. So if Russia keep putting up guards and we keep peeling, then you're left with a nose hit to win the game. If they hit and roll behind a guard at the corner, you've got the whole 4-foot to draw to. So right now, if I'm the Swiss skip, I'm in quite a happy place.
I think that we're gonna play like around with behind ours because they're worse, so they will have to play with ours with the guards. And then we go here, and she'll have only one open stone.
Смотрите лучше сторону.
She'll have to roll to be shot. If she doesn't, then we can cover the center line.
The only place she's got is to cut up the red minute, try to roll through a little closer.
Yeah, like both.
Well, handshakes over on sheet E. And the Czech Republic, they have been defeated. Somewhat of a surprise by Denmark, 6-3. Denmark picking up the first win.
Внутрь! И сюда внутрь! 2 гарда.
Что хотим?
Заманчиво.
Гениально. Согласна. Экспериментировать, а что?
Можно попробовать, наверное.
Вы как, вам нравится?
Да.
Давай.
So interesting there, Russia called a timeout. They wanted to speak to their coach, Roger Schmidt. They just feel if they keep putting up the centre guards, it's very easy for Switzerland to peel.
10.
So they're looking at splitting off their own red guards to try and create a wall of guards.
Чуть-чуть с этой стороны. Как бы чиркнуть.
I think what they're maybe trying to do is trying to roll 2 reds towards the centre line. So the stone they're about to strike, roll it, catch it around 3/4. The shooting stone will roll as well. Well, you've got to hit the stone. Things just not going right for Team Russia at the moment. A game and a championships to forget so far.
Yeah. Still think that was quite a strange call at this point in the game.
Einfach nur der Siebner. Nur der Siebner. Kann dahinter spielen?
Ja?
Kann dahinter?
Sie hat gesagt, sie können auch dahinter.
Ja, aber da können wir nachher. Okay.
Weißt du, der weg, damit Silvana nachher...
Silvana Tirinzoni just going to play the peel. Siegrist. Just looking to remove something. Well, doesn't get the stone they were after. Rolls the yellow, probably enough to not be in play. Maybe just lost a little bit of focus in this 10th end, because things have really went well for Team Switzerland in this 10th end.
Yeah, as soon as Marlene at lead played 2 great ticks, certainly makes it a lot easier for the rest of the team. I sort of liked Russia to put a higher guard out earlier on to see if it would force a jam from Switzerland. Anna Sidorova, they're 66% in draws, so she struggled with that draw weight today. So trying to come round this lonely red guard just now. The line doesn't look too bad.
Well, makes the 12 foot. Silvana Tirinzoni just going to draw around. Try and draw top of the 8 foot, I believe.
And that's the problem Russia face, because their guards aren't guarding the 4 foot. Anything she draws behind is easily outdrawable by Switzerland.
A steady game from Silvana Tirinzoni.
So they're happy here with the line.
That's okay there. Still going to have all of the 4 foot. So do you agree with this call from Sidorova?
I personally would rather have drawn round behind the yellow, so at least you could get to the tee line and you're forcing the opposition skip to make a big shot. If you hit this, the best your counters are going to be is in the 12 foot. So the way that Silvana's been drawing today, I'm sure she could easily outdraw that. So I'm very surprised that she's hitting this.
It's maybe just the confidence of Anna Sidorova at the moment. Just not 100%.
Well, she's played the shot she went for, but it certainly, as I say, it leaves her 2 stones out in the 12 foot. So as a skip, Silvana Tirinzoni will be happy. She only needs to bite the 8 foot to win. Sidorova's laughing there now. She knows she's done all she can.
It just hasn't been their day.
The only good thing was that Russia do lie 2, so the pressure's on. She's 2 against, but as I say, she only needs to bite the 8 foot.
So this final stone of the 10. Looking for a piece of the 8 foot. This one looks really, really nice. They're keeping this one clean. There you see it, down onto the button. And the home support happy with that one. So another win for Switzerland. They pick up the win 8-7 after 10 ends over Russia. Yeah, convincing final shot from the skip. Secured the win. Shows her appreciation to the fans. Despondent Anna Sidorova, 0-4. Not the way she would have expected her championships to start. So there's the final score. Switzerland 8, Russia 7. Seventh end. Anna Sidorova electing to play the tap with her final rock. Just looking to push the yellow through. Makes the shot, scores a 2. And she extended her lead to 6-4 and into the 8th. And Silvana Tirinzoni, chance to strike back with a multiple score of her own. Needs a piece of the forefoot for a 3. Picks up the 3 and a 7-6 lead. 10th and final end. Switzerland, some great play, keeping the house open for Silvana Tirinzoni to play a draw with her final rock. Just kept this one clean all the way. This one pulled up on the button. And that secured another win for Team Switzerland. The final score was Switzerland 8, Russia 7. Elsewhere, in session 4 of the women's round robin, Turkey picking up a win against Hungary, 12-5. Sweden also winning against Germany, 8-2. Scotland, 8-1 winners over Italy. And Denmark picking up the first win, 6-3 over the Czech Republic. So here are the standings. Switzerland and Sweden topping the table with 4 wins. Italy, Scotland with 3 wins. Hungary, Turkey with the 2 wins on the board. Czech Republic and Denmark with that single point. Germany and Russia, somewhat surprisingly, at the bottom of the table.
Okay, Silvana, congratulations. 4 games out of 4. You must be happy with that start.
Yes. Yeah, it's couldn't get any better. So really glad that we came up with the win here. It wasn't easy at all. It was a very exhausting game actually, but at the end it was I don't know, the luck was on our side, I guess.
And both teams today seem to really struggle with ice conditions, just getting that weight and line right. Was it difficult out there?
Well, the ice is great, but it is actually a little bit tricky. So there are some misses on both sides, and you have to expect actually that your team is going to make some misses, but also the other team. So it's not going to be a perfect game. Just keep going and try to make the next one.
And the 8th end seemed to be the big turning point. What happened there?
Well, being down 2, you have to take some risk, and then they started to have a few misses. And we just made more draws in that end. So yeah, the turnaround really was in that 8th end.
Well, congratulations, great start, and good luck for the rest of the games.
Delighted with her win. Sitting top of the table this week. 4 wins, yet to be defeated. So that's it from session 4 here at the European Curling Championships from the women's draw. So from Rona and myself, Kenny, thanks for listening.